And then, okay, let me get that herb, let me get this herb, let me get that herb, because my blood pressure's high, I need that herb, I got a hangnail, I need that herb, Oh, and that's what we be searching for with herbs all the time. Whereas true tea, one plant, all these antioxidants, all these amino acids, it serves us all for when preventative and when something has been diagnosed or you're deficient. And so that's the side that I want to be on, right? So I say this, I'm going to say this with love and humility, you herbalists, right? Tea, a single estate tea, doesn't need a herb. It does not need a herb. Because it's wonderful without. The only thing as a tea purveyor I use a herb for is for your palate. To enhance your palate. It adds a little benefit, but I don't need it. It doesn't need it. But an herb needs a tea. Simple as that. Anybody want to debate me? So, the next one that you guys are going to try with the, what's the next course with after the smoke? So, I used to be a pescatarian for a long time. I'm a vegetarian now, but I do, so whites and greens are Monday through Fridays are my go-to teas, right? And when I was a pescatarian, I'm telling you, I hope you guys will enjoy this like I do when I was a pescatarian, is that green tea is just a winner all the time. All the time. Not all green tea is the same. Just like the white tea that you guys had, not all whites are the same. So a white in China is going to be totally different than a white in India, and so on and so on. It's the same thing with green. So I told you, Japan, I think ours is the best green. And China does a good job of green too as well, but the profiles are different. So with this one, I chose a green. It's called a Sencha from Japan. A lot of my blends, my blended green teas that Ashford teas have a Sencha base to it. And so when you taste it from the single estate, you're going to experience more of a veggie-y type of experience, right? And but when I add, and this is what we do at Ashford Tea, is when I add blends to my single estate or my base, I don't want anything to overpower the other thing. I try to keep a very round aspect to it, right? And so the base matters. And so Sencha is, again, my go-to tea, not just single estate green, but also blended. So when I blend with Sencha, that veggie piece that Sencha gives on its own comes down. It receives what I put in it, and it complements. That's why I use Sencha in most of my green teas. And Sencha, so this is why I want you to try a single estate Sencha. Sencha there's another green tea called Bancha, I do believe, that is a less quality green tea. Less quality. Sencha is a higher quality green tea. And sometimes they get confused. And it's a very similar spell. But with Bancha, Bancha is more of a common Japanese tea. And Sencha is an elevated aspect where it goes through a little different process to get the drying. It's a steam. And Sencha actually means, Bancha kind of falls into a common, means common, where Sencha falls into a more, means steamed leaf. So the leaves are steamed, okay? So you're gonna have the Sencha with the smoked fish sandwich that's gonna come out. And so before it comes out, I want you to just go ahead, you're gonna sip, but again, with the sip, I want you to just take enough in to put on your palate so you can gently switch it around before you swallow. And that'll give you the burst of flavor. Tea should never be bitter. Should never be bitter. If you get a bitter tea, it's probably the aspect of who prepared it and the quality of it as well. So the culinary pieces go very in line, and this is why this relationship that we're doing is super, super important. And this is why you should question these high, fine dining facilities for not optimizing your palate every time you come in here when they don't have tea. Right? So again, it really will, you'll really see kind of the difference in how it goes. So food is being, remember, so you want to sip, bite, so you're going to chew through that bite a little bit, and then before you finish the kind of the fruit on the palate, then sip, bite, sip. I mean, sip, bite, yeah, sip, back, sip. That's it. All right?
Sip, bite, sip.
Yeah. So I don't know if I told you guys. So the white teas and the green teas do not go through any fermentation and oxidation. So the drying aspect, it doesn't go through any drying aspect, like a full black tea, right? That's what makes the antioxidants high and the caffeine low. So the more it goes through a drying, the more you're going to get some of the caffeine, the high caffeine content. The biggest, again, just remember, it's still going to release in your system very, very slow. The only big difference is that there's less caffeine to get through your system in an 8-hour span for the most part with the white tea compared to the black tea. But it doesn't matter. It's still going to release slow. It never takes you outside your circadian rhythm. And so everyone gets this question all the time is that, so what's the best tea that I should have then, right? And that's totally really up, that's what I do my day, totally really up to you and what you're trying to get out of that tea. And this is what we talk about being very mindful, right? Being very purposeful. So our slogan is live life to the tea. And what that means is not live life perfectly, but live it with purpose. And you'll find as you continue on this journey, the more purposeful you'll become, right? And that's I guess that's what you call that wisdom as you're doing. Not everyone gets it that way, but that's the way most of us get it. So yeah, so it releases really slow in your system no matter what. So in tea, the highest caffeine tea, black tea, still has 3 times less caffeine in it per cup than coffee. But again, the big thing is that it releases slow. That's the big thing, it releases slow throughout your system. So no fermentation, no oxidation.
You said the drying process is what treatment is like that?
Yes. So because it's going through, it's like almost going through some type of processing aspect. So the less processing goes through, just like when you eat an apple, and you forget about it and sit it on the table, the air starts to come around. That's the drying. That's the fermentation. So it's actually changing what you've been using. So yeah, and so herbs. So Americans are the only ones that call herbs tea, herbal tea. The rest of the world calls them tisanes. Okay, so tisane. And so tisane, the word means just infusion. Diffusion. So we got to prepare for the next one, and I'm gonna give you some little pointers on the next one. Is a oolong. So we went from the whites, the greens to the oolongs. We're gonna go to the oolongs. Now we start getting into a little fermentation. And so and this is where you kind of define where you are, right? So whites, greens, oolongs. Oolongs is what I call my wild card tea. So it goes to a partial fermentation. So it's like 50-50. 50 caffeine, 50 antioxidants. So if you want a little bit more picky up, but you don't want to go to the black tea, then oolong is a very good choice. Same plants, and so remember, the health benefits are going to be very consistent. So you can name an ailment and tea will help assist you with it. Any major ailment that we deal with, tea will help assist you with it. But the other piece of that, and this is why this pairing is so important, the other piece of that is the decision of food that you eat to go along with trying to live this healthy lifestyle journey. And even with that healthy lifestyle journey, you're making better decisions on your food, right? Your body still would love for you to do things that aid, even you putting in the right things. And so again, your body would love for you to help it with the recovery of what you've done. And so again, outside of water, and water is, nutrients of water is just dehydrated. But it's also, water is super important because it's the conduit that takes all these great things to the places they need to be, and also the things that don't need to be out. Whereas tea steps in, it does very similar, but it also breaks down all those fatty acids and all those other things that the food has in it to help break it down even more, so it's an easier process to get out. And again, my father would tell me all the time sometimes, you're not what you put in, right? Get out, right? So the next one we're going to do is oolong. And it will be coming out soon, and I'm just telling you these.
When you put your arms around me, you give me the love and heart and baby. When you kiss me, even when you hold me tight, soft like soft and tight. Oh yeah. When they met something, he said, I only gave up to the last and gave up when you kissed her, baby, when you had that time, you know, you treat me right. Now you listen to my story, and all you love because you can. You're gonna give me fever.
I think everybody's almost there. Almost there. The team will be coming out here shortly. So I was asked real quick. I'll get to it real quick about tea growing places in America. Tea growing estates in America. Remember when I said that America calls everything tea or soup that you bring hot water to. So if you bring hot water to it, it's either tea or soup. And so, and again, I say this with love. So herbalists, I told you I was an herbalist, you would think that I also cover tea because you call it herbal tea. All right? So, but it's not. It doesn't come from the tea tree plant. So it's very hard. Most teas in the world, some of the best teas in the world, come from tropical environments. America has mainly subtropical. It comes from very high elevation aspects. Okay? And so there is, and I love Charleston, and I'm saying this with love and humility. There is an estate in Charleston, and for what they do very well. And I commend them on it. But they can't compete with the world. Anyone else? So Charleston does teas for Bigelow. Anyone else?
Ooh, yes. It's not good.
When I get teas in, right? So I'm looking for teas like Kilo, right? I said that once. I said Kilo once. The police was in my shop, and I said Kilo. His eyebrows went up. So I said it's tea, Chief. It's tea. But then I remember tea was the slang word for marijuana at one point.
I didn't know that.
So when I get those in and I transport those to my airtight containers, right? There's at the top of that heat that I transferred out of that bag is dust. It's called in the industry called CTC cuts. Every tea has a grade. It's called CTC cuts. It's dust. That's what the American tea companies put into a bag for you. It's literally the bottom of the barrel. That was never meant to be sold. The growers was getting ready to sweep that away. And he said, hold on, wait a minute. Wait, okay. And so you're not paying for high quality tea, you're paying for the packaging. You're paying for them to sweep up that dust and put it in a bag and put a string on it. That's what you're paying for. So that's the difference. So do you believe the health benefits are in the dust or in the leaf? Again, it's like if you have chicken here versus chicken at KFC. I mean, which chicken you want? So that's it. So this next one is, I went a little bit, I wanted you to be able to see a blended tea and experience a blended tea. So this is a signature, this is my signature tea. It's an oolong. Remember I told you the oolongs, I believe the best oolongs are from Taiwan. But China makes a very decent oolong too as well. Now, the big difference between the oolongs in Taiwan versus the oolongs in China is oolong because it's in between so you got white, green, oolong. So it's in between the green and the next one will be black. Oolong, depending on where it's harvested and grown, can be more on the green side or it can be more on the black side. If you pay attention to the color of your green tea, your sencha, and you look at now, if you have the oolong on your table, it looks very similar. So it's very similar. So most of my Chinese oolongs have a green element to it, where my Taiwanese have more of a black element to it. But if we were in my shop, I would be able to show you how the leaves look. So the oolong from China looks almost like a green tea. Whereas the oolong from Taiwan, you can see the green tea blend in pieces in there, but it also has some dark pieces in there too. So that's the big difference. And then on the perspective of health, again, all very consistent. Oolong, because of that partial fermentation, the research shows that it also adds extra inhibitors. So some of the main things that true tea does is cancer, blood pressure, cholesterol, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, digestive system, inflammation. I could go into some stuff you never get. Teeth, hair, skin. Why do you think that some of your finer products, skin products, have tea tree oil in it? So it's really one of those things that is very, holistic for our journey. Okay? So the oolong. So the same thing with the oolong. Does everyone have the oolong? Yes. You got the oolong?
Yes.
And so with this, we'll do it the same way, and then what will be coming out for the meal is what's the next? And so this signature oolong has it's a peach oolong, and there's some rice flour that's in there too as well. Okay. So again, before the food comes out, you want to sip. You take a sip just gentle enough to put it on your palate, swish it around, and swallow. Okay. Sweetener, where are you guys on sugar? What's your relationship with sugar and tea? Come on now, be honest. So where's your relationship with honey? With honey. Yeah, not more people. All right, so are you putting the honey in? Are you putting the honey in for the health benefits, or are you putting the honey in to sweeten it? Health. Okay, both. So that's what most people will say, right? Both. But I'm gonna tell you a little something, right? About honey in tea. So honey is great. It's a good source of antioxidants. It makes a very good sweet sugar element to it, right? But when you reheat honey, you lose the health benefits of honey. So why do you put it in your tea? The other thing is, so when you put honey in your tea, what dominates your tea? So why do you put honey in the tea? So those are two levels. So why are you changing what you're trying to get to? You're disguising it. That's why I was big with coffee drinkers that you don't even like coffee. Because most coffee drinkers put cream in it. You don't even like it. You don't even like it. So quit doing that with great tea. So listen, to get best of both worlds, eat the honey. Eat it! Americans are pretty much the only ones that solely use honey as a sugar. In a food. We don't use it as a food like the rest of the country. The rest of the world. They bite off the cone, the bee popping, all that. All that. So quit putting it in there. So sugar. I try to meet people where they are with the sugar pills, right? But also keep the tea as holistic as possible. So most people don't know that cane sugar, if you're gonna have sugar, cane sugar is the best sugar to have. Reason being because it's low in glycemic.
Oh, you know what?
It's very
I'll
diabetic
go put
friendly.
it.
And so one of the things we do with Ashford tea is we try to keep the balance and find
Just
ways
give me
for
my
our
cards.
sugar to
Give me
wean
my
off
cards.
that. So if it's the white sugar that you partaking in most of the time, that's the one we try to target to say, hey, let's minimize that and transition from that to the cane when it's your choice. When it's your choice. This, you guys have made a conscious decision here to come here and have great tea and listen to the Gray and Wayne Ashford talk about potato, right? This is a great choice, right? So you should be doing that with everything that you do to make a great choice. And so the other piece is you wean yourself off, right? And then we also have an alternative that we think is even better than the cane sugar because I'm telling you, our body doesn't only want a very small amount of sugar per day. If not, inflammation and all that stuff starts to happen. Which again, she helps with that. So again, by show of hands, you've been having this unsweet. How many have enjoyed this tea unsweet? You don't have to be nice. And so this is how it compliments to my protege over here, Antoine, for hitting it on the mark all the time. This is what true tea is supposed to taste like. But again, the first three offerings all should be under a boil. Under a boil. Not boiled.
Should any tea be boiled?
Huh?
Any tea be boiled.
If you call an herbals a tea, yes. Herbals should be boiled and eaten. So black tea can be boiled, but I don't boil my black tea anymore. So boiling is 212. So I give you a range. I meet you where you are. So anything under 212, you decide how warm you want. But let me ask you this. Do you pride yourself in your palate? Do you pride yourself in your palate? Do you pride yourself in being able to enjoy great food wherever you are? Then why are you drinking scorching hot drinks? Somebody help me. And you call yourself a foodie? Come on now. We're not designed to have scorching hot drinks, right? But I'm telling you, you want that tea hot, you want that coffee hot. So it changes your palate. So this next one we're preparing for you is, this one is, again, the one I talked to you guys about before. It is the mocktail. So the Gray guy, I'm just super excited about his partnership. We're going to create these mocktails, but they're taking my hibiscus, my Egyptian hibiscus, and blend it with their mocktail. And I'm gonna let Sierra talk about this mocktail.
I think that's it,
Bella.
Bella did that for you.
Yeah, so we started with the hibiscus tea we got. And we batched it with some cranberry juice and a non-alcoholic orange liqueur, which they make all sorts of crazy anything you can really think of. Non-alcoholic gin, non-alcoholic elderflower liqueur, pretty much a combination of things. So we started just with that, and then I'm gonna be shaking them. We do with real cocktails. We do a mixture of an acid-adjusted orange juice. We use some orange juice that has some citric acid added into it to kind of level out the sweetness and everything, and bring out more of the tea flavors, I would say. And then just a little bit of orange blossom water. It's very powerful, so only every drink is just from a couple drops of it, but it'll be a little too perfumey if you have too much of it. But it's a wonderful combination, and it's served up in a nice cool glass. And to feel a little fancy.
I'm the first. So it's beautiful. And again, like I said, I know I don't stray off, and I'm not just saying this stuff. The hibiscus that we do is wonderful on its own, but this is another. So we take the hibiscus petals and different hibiscus petals. We add a little blue cornflower petals in there too as well. And so instead, I wish I could show it the steak is beautiful. And so, and sometimes we get hibiscus gets misrepresented because if you don't know what you kind of doing with hibiscus, it can be super tart. It can be super tart. And so I don't enjoy it that way, but I think some of the people cause sorrow.
Yes.
But I think the sorrel levels put a lot of sweetener in there too as well.
Because I'm
So
dry.
I don't again, I'm trying to break my sugar habit, and I think I've done a good job. So whatever we do the most of is what we become. So just understand that. So if everything you lead with has a sugar element to it, then that's what you're gonna always crave, right? Always crave. Oh, somebody has I got some questions for you guys. I got some questions for you. So, how many basic types of teas are from the tea tree plant? How many? Come on.
I heard your four first.
So, what's the first offering from the tea tree plant?
I have a feeling everyone's leaving with one of these.
How many times does the tea tree plant?
Who wants your tea?
So so where does most of my coulombs come from? Taiwan. This is going to be a little tough.
It's
So,
a quiz.
approximately, how many years have I been in the tea business? Let's see.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, this one I didn't even say. I'm gonna see if anyone knows. There might be some people who know this. Not my family. Not my
Joseph.
family. So, Ashford Tea Company is here in Savannah. Been here 8 years, right? I'm gonna make this one a special one. Somebody can come up with this one. What company did I found in Indianapolis, Indiana?
Ooh, I know.
Don't look at your phone. If I see you looking at your phone, don't. It is a tea shop. Oh, I know this will be a tough one. Larry's Tea. Who? Larry.
That's good.
Tea's Lean Cafe.
That's good. Woo! Ding, 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 ding. You got to read the bio. It's in the bio.
So she gets the Lamont Dwayne.
Woo!
Lamont Dwayne. Anyone speak French?
We.
The way of Wayne, the world of Wayne, right? Wayne's World.
Wayne's World.
So this is one of my first teas that I've done exclusively for me. I guess all asked me in Indianapolis, say, hey, you doing all these things? Have you ever really done one for yourself? So this is where this comes from. So this is my number one selling white tea in the store. It's not just because I got my name on it. It's a white tea, but it also got some green elements, so it's very, very good. Very good. So you get what you want. All right, let's see what that's. So this is another topic. This is probably just people who know tea, right? So I gave you the 4 basic types of tea, right? White, green, oolong, and black. All from the same plant. Now you tea savants and everything. I'm gonna exclude you guys. You can't get this one, right? But so most tea experts would say there's 6 basic types of tea. I keep it simple. But they are derivatives of those 4. That's why I said 4 basic. There's 2 derivatives of those 4. Anyone want to take a stab at what the other 2 are? Herbal. Remember, is herbal a true tea? No. So, like I said. No, but it's not a true tea. It's from the tea plant. Or from the plant. Who air? So pu air is a Chinese tea. So I drink more pu air. I drink more pu air than black tea. It is an aged black tea. Gotcha. So when it's aged, a couple ways, either the water kind of aged or it's berry. There's some vintage pu airs that are like the cost per pot is low. Crazy. But I enjoy pu air. So if I made a pu air and put a cup of coffee next to each other, pu air they also call it a dark tea. It's really, really dark. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference between that coffee, black coffee, and that pu air. That's how dark it is. Because it's buried in age, it's very, very earthy. It's because it's aged, it does strip some of the each coast strip some of the back end, so it's not going to do that.
Okay. So some of the regular blacks
All right, so that's cool. You ready to go to the next one?
I'm already in.
All right.
Hell yeah! Just an
So one more, few more. So I told you about the two different green teas from Japan, right? I told you about two different green teas from Japan. Right. I told you about the Sencha that we had, Sencha, and then there's another one, right? There's another green tea that I say is more common, right? This is another tough one. I mentioned, I told you about two different teas that from Japan harvest that you hear the most of. One was one, the other was two of them. Huh? So Banter and Sencha, right? So what does Sencha mean? The word Sencha, the Japanese Banter. And or what does Banter mean? So, anybody still focusing on Sencha? Anybody want to win Sencha? What does Sencha mean? Uncommon. Good try. Huh? T. Huh? T. Just a certain degree, but T.
hot tea.
Okay. All right, maybe I should do it now. So no one yet. Remember I said she had the one cool air. So that's what she told this white, green, oolong, black, cool air. Those are five. But it's a sixth one. And so again, so the sixth one, this is hard. So the sixth one is called yellow.
This is hard.
The yellow tea is in between white and green. It's super, super rare. It's another Chinese tea. You very seldom see it, or it's because it is a very labor-intense aspect to get into that yellow aspect of it. But it's called yellow. Now, so I'm gonna give you another one. With the pin. So that's the six basic from the tea tree plant. There is a hybrid.
Woo!
From the tea tree plant, there's a hybrid that's now in circulation that was just released from the plant. It was just released in 2017.
Wow.
Ashford Tea Company was fortunate enough to get their hands on it in 2018. I did not do anything with it because I didn't think anyone was going to appreciate it. I just had it in my own private collection, right? So I've been here in Savannah almost 8 years. And so when I moved to Savannah, right, they did a little segment, the local news did a segment on my company coming here, And so this museum saw that segment and they reached out to me and said, hey, look, do you have, we're looking for this special tea, right? And it has to be, you know, in a certain area. I got it good here. And so it's very unique. It's unique to this one area, just one place in Georgia. Anyone want to take a stab? I know what you know. Anyone? No, so the next tea that you guys are going to have is my only tea from Indonesia. It's a black tea. It's going to go with your dessert. It's an award-winning black tea, and I call it Sudanese. And I think it's beautiful. It won an award in Japan and in Paris for one of the best black teas. Right? So that's going to be your last and first aspect of the dessert. The sweet potato cake. I think that's what's on there. Okay. Donna. So tell me when you can.
Senegal.
Tell me when you can. South Africa. So speaking of South Africa. And so this came up. So Roy I don't know if you guys have heard of Roybus. So Roybus is my go-to herb. Roybus is my go-to herb. So, yes. And reason being, it's the only herb that I know from the research that I've done and the research that's out there that caffeine-free is on the same line of drinking a green tea. So again, I'm gonna put myself out there. I believe it's the only herb that's really all-encompassing along the same lines of having true tea without caffeine. And so when someone comes to my shop and says, hey, you know, they got caffeine sensitive or whatever, or they don't want any caffeine, I lead with Roybus. And again, it doesn't. Most people pronounce it Rubios, but it doesn't. You don't pronounce it the way it's spelled. It's two different ways, right? It's either Roy Boss or Roy Bus. So either Roy and his boss or Roy and his bus. Okay.
Is there a difference in the green and the red?
Yeah, the profile is a lot different. Most of the South Africans will do more the red, but the green is. I have with the green. I took the green and I made a signature blend called Largo. It's one of my number one selling Zane's number one selling Roybus teas, and it's a green version. And so yeah, the profile. So the profile's a little different, but the health benefits are very simple. So go to Roybus. All right. So all right, you give. Kenya has produced a hybrid called purple tea. It's called purple tea. And so this again, and I say this, you know, Kenya is very new to the whole piece of agriculture and tea aspect as far as you know for the 21st century. But they have really created this, even from the coffee aspect. They've really gotten into this thing, and now they are only the world leader in this whole exporting agriculture piece. You know, so purple tea, it has a purple reddish hue to the leaf, right? And if you put some little lemon juice in it, when you steep it, it will actually turn purple. The uniqueness about purple tea is because it's a hybrid. Those 4 basic teas that I told you about, it's like in one cup. It's like almost having all those black, white, green oolong in one cup because it's a hybrid of the plant. Very unique. I do 2 signature blends with that. Because the single estate, because it's not a whole bunch, it only comes from that area, per ounce is kind of high compared to speaking. But just remember, with true tea, that you can get multiple steepings out of one leaf. And so really with true tea, it's only pennies on the cup. Okay? But I'll give you just because you got into the comedy. I appreciate you that.
This one here's gonna answer. I said she's been full of answers right here.
So whoever's had the mocktail so far, speak up. What do you think?
Woo!
Very nice. Very nice. And I want to make sure I thank Sierra, who's the event manager, and the staff here. Because listen, what they're doing with this mocktail, they're doing this for you by means, right? Just shaking this thing up and putting it out. And so it's very, very unique. And then again, also, you know, my staff too as well, they're making this tea for you, man too as well. So I have a couple more things to give away, but I have to figure out this. You guys are good.
I think we're on the table. I think. Don't. I'll just play something for a second.
Who wants to share with me what they have learned today? And what they learned that's new to what, you know, just before they came here about tea.
I learned about white tea. I learned that I actually knew nothing. He said drink it all the time, but they had no idea what I was drinking. But what was really interesting is learning about the Kenyan tea. And I'm interested to come to the shop and get some of that started.
And that was my journey too as well. I started off, my mother introduced me to lifting the nest tea, and I really thought I was doing something. And then when I discovered those things, it literally changed my life, right? And again, I say this all the time, right? No matter how long I've been, almost 30 years in the tea business, every day I learn something different about it. And every day it allows me to discover more about who I am, more than and so, and this is what I try to get people perspective on, right? Is that at our best, we're just students of life. From the time that we're born to the time that Gabriel calls from home, or whatever you call something bigger than yourself. That's who we are. But once you put that in perspective, right, every opportunity is an opportunity for you to grow. And so if you always lead with your perceptions of things, and I would debate that that's what most people do. Most people lead with their perception. They don't try to get to some type of understanding. And I really believe that there's certain things on our journey that unconsciously will aid you at kind of grounding yourself, but you got to be open to seeing it, right? And so I was one of those people. I was one of those people drinking tea since I can remember, but I never paid any attention to it from the aspect of where I am now. But remember I told you I kept coming back, and I realized that when I felt unbalanced, it was one of the main drinks that I went back to. It wasn't any of these other things, right? And so I really believe your peace and your joy comes to you by understanding just that you are a student of life. And every time you get up, you have an opportunity to learn from someone or something that's going on out there. And it doesn't matter, you know, if you're young like me, right? Or young like this young lady here. You can always learn, right? I have 2 granddaughters, right? And I'm telling you, I learn something from them all the time. All the time, right? You know? And so again, just understand when you navigate from that perspective that your peace and joy is sure to follow because that's what we are. The only thing you have 100% control of, 100%, is you. Everything else you don't have any control of, not 100%, right? So why do we keep trying to control things that we don't have 100% control of, right? And I'm saying even in your household, right? Even in your household, right? You know, you have to be able to understand that people move at the yokes at different levels, right? But if you are a change and growth agent, it doesn't matter what level people are going at. Because you're always open to receive no matter where they are. And so that's remember I said, one of the hardest things of the complexity of life is getting to see. And so I think your simplicity always starts with the gift that we've been given, right? Everybody gets the same gift. Anyone want to take a stab at what's the gift that everybody gets? Everyone in this room has the same gift.
Life.
Life. So if life is associated with the major gift, right? Why don't we take better care of it? Why don't we navigate in a preventative aspect from this gift that was given us? So whatever you give yourself, right, I believe the cosmic atmosphere gives back to you. So if you always are looking at being your best self, guess what's going to come back to you? Your best self. It's going to find you, right? So again, that's where your peace and joy comes from. The hardest thing for anyone to do, the hardest, is hold themselves to their own potential. Hold themselves to their own potential. That's the hardest. And unfortunately, most of the time, those are the ones who are not growth agents. Because when they don't hold themselves to their own potential, right, nor do they want anyone else to hold them to their own potential. And so once you understand that, again, that puts it in perspective for both sides. Because all you have control of is yourself and your idea. Your idea can't be somebody else's idea. So I got 3 more things to give away and 1 big thing to give away. So what should we do? What should we do? What? Who's that? I'm all right, so this is so where am I located at? Right here in what street?
That's a good question. Woo! Ding, 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 ding.
Let's see.
What did you say your favorite team is?
Huh? Oh, good. Okay, yeah. So what's my favorite team? You want to take a guess? What's my favorite team?
Silver lead.
Woo! Ding, 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 ding,
Okay.
ding.
So this, what have I been drinking? What black tea have I been drinking more of?
Purple one.
It's purple. So I told you I drink one. So look, now you know,
That's
I don't
red.
drink as much black tea, but I drink a derivative of black tea. See, the derivative of black tea. See, I can't give you guys all we got. You guys got a little tea shop over there. You guys got a little tea shop over there. I'll let you in on the next one. So what he said, huh? So here? Who here?
Yes! Ding, 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 ding.
Who here? many by show of hands have been into my shop? How many have been in my shop? Okay. And so, how many have been in more than twice? What, two? So 2 people, 1 twice? 1 twice. So anybody more than 5? No? One over there.
Uh-oh, the big guns. Mm-hmm. Where are you next? Did you mention where you're opening your next shop, or where you have another shop or something? What do you think? Which is hard or simple?
Semi-hard.
I don't know. What TV station interviewed you 8 years ago when you got the time? What TV station interviewed you when you got the time?
I got it.
Okay, you got it.
All right, look, so I'm in Savannah on purpose. I'm in Savannah on purpose. It's not by chance, right? So, this is an easy way now. So, what have I coined my journey? I coined a phrase of my journey to Savannah. It's my such and such life.
Ooh. He did.
Your tea life.
Second.
Woo!
This is my second life.
Yes.
My second life. So I think we are. So
Perfect.
listen, I want to thank you guys. I think you're at your last course. Enjoy it. I'm ahead.
We have dessert.
Maybe I'll sit down.
Hey!
So look, listen, thank you very much. I'm gonna walk by. If you got questions or anything, please just grab me. This journey has been very, very special for me over the 30 years. And the most special part, and I mean this with all love and humility, the most special part is meeting people like you guys. Meeting people who consistently support me or somehow find advocacy and the love and support that the community has given me. I just cannot put it into words. So I want to always give you guys. This is why I do this. One of my main missions when I really started this deep dive with T, this is what I wanted to be able to have discussions and dialogues with our community, try to assist in how do we become our best self. How do we become our best self? Nothing just so formal, but just try to attach the very, I believe, simplistic things that innately always holds us accountable, even when we don't know it. One of the things I found on this journey is that fellowship is super important to each and every person. And innately, we are service people, and that's what fellowship does. But I also found that some of the most captivating fellowship happens when you don't even know you guys. So today, this has been the highest level of fellowship for me.
Piano or something. We can do your song.
What's that?
Oh, you want it? extra thank you to Antoine and Nicole who are serving us so beautifully. And of course, this little Sierra who's just been a ballerina through the room. Yes. And a rough applause for yourselves for knowing all the answers and just really, really into it. Your passion is showing through. Your passion is getting to you. So yes, keep sipping, keep your bites, and sip, bite, sip, bite, sip, bite. Outstanding event, y'all. We had such a good time.
I had to be the one.
Hey, listen, that's so mean. I went. One other email because perfect. Absolutely wonderful. I'm going to log it off in just a second. Final questions for Ashford.
This has been amazing. It's really showed me that I'm living the dream every day.
Yes.
And I'm loving it. And I hope once we get ready for the day, also join me on this journey.
Yes. We will surely do that. We will surely be following him on his journey, people. All right? It's a magnificent event. We'll be back soon.